If you grew up in a Hispanic household, chances are that you grew up with a very unhealthy relationship with food. You never understood what an actual portion size should look like. You never had measuring cups or spoons inside that household. And you could never say no to food. Otherwise, you were deemed as disrespectful. How do I know all this? Because I went through the exact same thing. I grew up with a very unhealthy relationship with food up until the age of 19 years old. But that was when I finally cracked the code on how to fix my relationship with food instead of using it as an emotional coping mechanism. And because of that, I have lost over 40 pounds since I've learned that skill. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you the exact same thing in order for you to follow my strategy so you can lose at least your first 10 pounds of fat after this while living in a Hispanic household. So I highly encourage you to watch this entire video. Welcome back, guys. And if you're new, welcome. Hi, my name is Kelly. On this channel, I teach you everything that there is to know about losing fat, building muscle, becoming the best version of yourself, reaching your goals, following your dreams, and all that good stuff. We're just a little diverse all up in here. Also, look at the change of scenery, guys. I know I'm recording from my car. Who is she? She's a girl who can't record inside her living room or room because her uncle is playing loud music in the kitchen, so it's gonna be interrupting this whole video. But anyways, not upset about that at all. Listen, I'm gonna be super raw and authentic and real with you guys all up in here about this video because this is something I truly hold such a passion for. Because ever since I was a little girl, I grew up with so much insecurity. I hated the way I looked. I genuinely felt like I was destined to be fat for the rest of my life. And I didn't understand why, because I've been trying to lose weight so much ever since I was like 10 years old. I kept trying to lose weight. Nothing was sticking, nothing was working, and I couldn't understand why. But that's when I realized that, baby girl, it's because of the way I was eating and because of that Hispanic household and all the stuff that they embedded into my brain since I was a little girl. So I want to share with you everything that I've learned since then. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is the cultural mindset that we have with food. I know that you know that if you did not finish that entire plate of food, you were deemed as a disrespectful girl. You were deemed as malcriada, malcrecida, sin modales, la que se cree la todo, like the picky eater. I'm like, girl, can I just not be full? Like, especially if you try to say no to someone else's food outside of your household. There is no such thing as saying no. No podías rechazar la comida si no te ibas a quedar mal entre todos. Like, bro. And on top of that, I don't know why, but Hispanics eat a lot. Maybe it's because we're just hard workers, but like, I mean, can't argue with that logic. But we eat ridiculous amounts of portion sizes. If you genuinely looked at how much we ate and then compare that with the standardary guidelines of an average 2,000 calorie diet, which is the norm, by the way, we eat too much. We eat too much rice. We eat too much papas, too much tortillas. Like, we eat too much. And there's nothing wrong with those specific foods. But when you overdo anything in life, even if it's fitness, even if it's like working, making money, at some point it gets to be too much. And too much of anything is not a good thing, baby girl. And the reason why it's so bad that we grew up with these small little habits, these small little things embedded to our brains since we were young, is because we no longer could recognize our cues when we were full. So we tend to ignore them because we were conditioned since such a young age that even if we were full, we still had to eat. And that's exactly why you feel guilty, you feel wasteful when you don't finish your entire plate of food, because you were taught that since you were a little girl, that leaving food on the table, leaving food on your plate, not accepting food is deemed as bad. It's not bad if you're full. The environment that you grew up in, that we grew up in, taught us that overeating, eating big amounts of food is normal. But I'm here to tell you, as a Hispanic Ecuadorian, that is not the norm. Please listen to me throughout this entire video because I'm gonna explain to you why. However, let's get one thing straight. I'm not telling you that you have to abandon your culture or anything like that. I'm not telling you that you can't eat your traditional foods that you genuinely love and grew up with. I'm not telling you that. I'm here to teach you how to properly eat that food so you don't overindulge and you don't feel guilty when you do anymore. And the number one way to do that is by adjusting your habits. And here's how you're gonna do it. When you start eating and you get to a point where you feel full, we all get that feeling. We all know once we start getting full, I want you to genuinely stop and think, okay, I'm full. Now what? You have two options. You can either continue eating, even though you already know you're full, and then eventually feel guilty, feel shameful, probably want to do some other unhealthy habits that I don't want to say out loud here that will cause you to potentially regurgitate that back up. Or you can push your plate away, stay grounded, pack it up, take it home, give it to your parents, give it to your dog, or just save it for later. But you don't need to finish that entire plate of food in one sitting. Because the key for you right now is to not be wasteful, but to be more mindful with yourself, with your body, with your habits. Once you start practicing this small little habit, I want you to now focus on learning what it is that you need to eat and what a healthy plate should look like, even if it has arroz, papas, tortillas, lo que sea. Your job, your duty, your homework after this freaking video is to either one, go online and look up a bunch of random videos about macros and calories, or you can look at mine, which I should put up somewhere around here, about how to calculate your macros and calories, because learning the basic foundation of your diet is going to be essential for you to understand why you're eating the way you're eating, so you can implement that down the line and do it so easily that you don't even have to think about it anymore compared to now. You want to understand what a calorie is, what a macro is, the nutritional value of each and every single one of them, why you need to eat veggies and all that good stuff. It may sound boring, girl, but right now what we're focusing on is learning how to properly lose fat while living in a Hispanic household, and that requires some work, honey. Okay, not everything in life is nice and easy, okay, especially when it comes to reaching your goals. It requires work. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm not sorry to tell you. I'm telling you the truth. And now I'm about to give you a tip that probably no Hispanic person probably thought of before watching this video, and that is you're gonna get your own measuring cups, your own measuring spoons, and your own scale. Crazy, right? I know damn well your mama doesn't believe in those things. I know she'd be like, dale un poquito de eso, un poquito más de eso, agrégale un poquito más de eso. My mom still does that till this day, and I'm telling her, bro, use the freaking measuring cups, because she keeps complaining about how she looks. I'm like, bro, you need to know how much you're eating and what you're eating. And she just refuses to believe that, which is why I'm telling you, so you're not stubborn about this, to get yourself some measuring utensils, measuring tools. They're going to be so helpful for you. And I'm gonna be leaving the ones that I currently use for my meal prep down below in the description so you can use that. But the reason as to why I'm emphasizing this so much is because, one, people really think that measuring your food is called obsessive, called an ED. I call it self-regulation. I call it learning how to build a better relationship with food, because I never learned what an actual portion size should look like. And I call it working towards my goals. It's only an ED if you make it one, baby girl. But that is why I'm teaching you everything that I learned, because if you don't do this carefully, it could potentially come into an ED. But that is not the point of this video. If you want, I can make a whole separate video about that, because I had like a little turnaround, a little experience myself with that, but I've overcome it. Okay, we're good now. Now, I'm gonna give you a tip that is gonna sound cheesy, it's gonna sound stupid. You probably already heard it, but I'm here to remind you, because it actually worked. And you wanna take my advice, because baby girl, I'm telling you, I'm the one that lost over 40 pounds in this fitness journey when I started implementing these small little stupid stuff that aren't so stupid now that I think about it. You're gonna have to eat slower, okay? Slower, and be more mindful. Put the damn phone away. Stop watching your Netflix show while you're eating. Be mindful of what the hell is in front of you at that very moment, and take your time with it and savor it. Actually enjoy, you know, like take in every single taste bud of that dish, of that snack, of that meal. Because if you savor every bite, every second of it, this is actually gonna help you feel more satisfied and satiated at the end of it, rather than if you're on your phone the whole time or talking to someone and you're eating and eating and eating. By the time you're done, you're gonna be like, where the hell did my plate of food go? And then you want to go get seconds because you didn't get to enjoy the first meal. Now, those are some like little tactical stuff that you can start implementing, but now I want to get into more of like the subjective. Is that the word I'm looking for? Girl, I am not an English teacher for a reason, but this is more of an internal thing that you have to start working on as well. And the first thing that I need you to do is just take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility of the things that you are in control of. And baby girl, I'm telling you, you have a lot more power and control than you think, but you just keep putting the blame on other people, other circumstances as to why you can't lose fat in a Hispanic household. Let me give you an example. I need you to stop blaming your mom because she doesn't know how to cook healthy, so that is why you can't lose weight. Comment down below if that's one of the things you would constantly say as to why you couldn't lose weight. Comment down mama. Oh my god, imagine my mom watches this. Comment down mama if that was one of the excuses you would use because you couldn't lose weight. I've done it. I'm not shaming anyone who's done it, because I personally done it myself as well, which is why I'm telling you, you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Your mama is not responsible for your fat loss goals. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. The only person that is responsible for the results that you want is yourself. So if your mom doesn't know how to cook healthy, that's fine, let her. But now let yourself learn how to cook healthy so you can start eating healthy and start seeing the results that you actually want. Start buying your groceries. Start learning how to meal prep. Start actually meal prepping on Sundays so you have food for the rest of the week. Now, I know a lot of you guys might say, but yeah, but my mom might think that's disrespectful because I'm not eating her food after she's been working all day. She comes home to cook. That's fine. That's fine. You can communicate with her. You can tell your mama, listen, right now I'm really just trying to focus on my fitness goals right now. So I love your food. I really, really do. And it hurts me to say this, but I'm going to start cooking my own food now. Okay. And I really want to start losing fat. And I really think I can do it if I start implementing this new thing. Once you communicate, it's crazy, right? Because we don't communicate in our Hispanic households. It's so funny. Ah! Once you communicate with your parents, with your loved ones, with your family, what it is that you're trying to do, rather than hide it because you might feel shameful, or you think that they're probably thinking you're not going to make it and it's just another one of your phases again. No, if you start taking the necessary steps and actions and let other people around you know, at least they'll be more aware and they will either somehow support you or not get in your way. That is the whole point. That's why I'm telling you this. Baby girl, just remember at the end of the day that this is your responsibility. You're like in your 20s right now, right? It's time to be a big girl. It's time to start taking control of our own lives and become the woman that we always wanted to be and reach the goals that we've always wanted to achieve. Like, come on now. And this is the one thing that I will forever be grateful for doing, and it has led me into becoming a woman that I truly am admirable for, and I am so grateful for, because if I didn't do this last thing, I probably wouldn't even be right now recording this video in front of you guys and actually posting it, hopefully inspiring some of you to start taking action into becoming someone that you actually are proud of, rather than hating and crying in front of a mirror constantly. I need you to invest in yourself. Now, that may sound cheesy, kind of, but it's true. It's so true, and I wish I took that phrase so much more seriously, because once you invest in yourself, you hold so much power and you realize how much control you actually have of your life. Listen, I can go into a whole tangent story about this, about like being successful and all of that, but right now you're just here to learn about how to fix your relationship with food. So when I say invest in yourself, I need you to invest into a gym membership, because think about it. If you go into a gym, you're going to be surrounded by other people who want to do the same thing as you, which is lose fat, which is become better, which is become leaner, build muscle, grow them glutes, whatever the case may be. You'll be surrounded in an environment of people who want to do the same thing as you. And what's that going to do to you? It's going to inspire you to do the same thing. It's going to motivate you to keep going. You're going to probably even meet people who have the same mentality as you or trying to do the same things as you. You might find a gym partner, who knows? But invest in a gym membership. If you think a gym membership is too expensive, then I'm sorry, you're not serious about your fitness journey. You're really not. Because a gym membership is like one of the bare minimum costs that you should be doing in your life. Cancel that subscription to Netflix, girl, and go invest in the gym membership. Planet Fitness is like what? $11, $10? Come on now. That's my first shit. And investing just on monetary stuff is not the only thing you need to do, because you also need to invest time. This requires time. Imagine trying to break a habit of yours that you've built up for like what, 20 years or more. You really think that that's gonna disappear in like a month? You really think you're gonna stop having those unhealthy eating habits in like what, 2-3 months? This took me years. I've been in my fitness journey for 5 years, and I've had ups and downs because I still couldn't really fully master it. But now I'm at a point where I'm finally having the best relationship with food I've ever had, and I feel healthy, I feel strong, I'm getting leaner simultaneously while building a body that I'm actually proud of and liking. So you need to invest the time when it comes to learning about the macros, learning about the diet, learning about exercise, learning about how to be patient, learning how to be mindful. It requires time, baby girl. I really want to emphasize that right now, because I know you're an impatient girl. Trust me, I'm impatient too. God has really been testing my patience recently. I best believe that. But without patience, you're gonna get so discouraged so easily, and once you do, you're gonna want to give up. You need to be patient, be kinder to yourself. I know you expect so much from yourself because you've always been a hard worker, whether that be in school, whether that be in work, but you need to understand that this requires just amount of time and patience, just like anything else in your life, okay? And to basically reiterate myself, invest in yourself. You are gonna be the greatest investment of your entire life. Why? Because you're gonna be with yourself for the rest of your life. Your friends, your mans, the guy you're chasing, even your family, bro, they're not there forever, but you are with yourself. So why wouldn't you want to take the time to invest in your health, in your beauty, in your education, and all that in order to become the woman you always want to be? And in this case, you want to fix your relationship with food. Why wouldn't you invest in the time and effort to do that? You know what I mean? You deserve it. You can change it. You don't have to follow the same traditional unhealthy eating habits that we grew up with, because I'm telling you right now, you have the power. You have the control. It is in your hands to change it. You just have to be serious enough and believe in yourself to do it. Oh my god, I sound like a motivational speaker right now. I'm so sorry. I was so serious for a second, but I just got so excited. I got goosebumps right now. Okay, let me be a little more serious now. However, if you're in a state right now where you're like, okay, Kelly, you're right on everything you just said. I need to learn how to eat better. I need to start investing in myself. I need to start, and I want to start, but I just don't know how. And if that's the case, that is the exact reason as to why I created the Latina Food and Freedom Guide. In this guide, I teach you everything that you need to know about how to break this unhealthy eating habit that you've grown up with ever since you were a little girl. I break down step-by-step strategies. I give you questions to ask yourself, but most importantly, I give you food ideas, recipes, Latina fat loss friendly recipes in there to help you lose fat and build muscle at the same time so you can lose weight. That's why I'm telling you, if you watch everything in this video up until the end of it, implement everything that I've said, and even take advantage of the fact that I'm giving you guys a guide on how to properly do this, you are guaranteed to lose at least 10 pounds of fat. Everything that I've told you up till now has helped me lose over 30-40 pounds in my fitness journey. I lost like 30 pounds in the first 3 or 4 months, girl. If I can do it, why do you think you can't? You're not any different than me. I'm just the one on the other side of the screen. Ooh, mic drop! Ah! Oh my god, I'm ridiculous. Oh my god. Please don't subscribe. Please. If anything, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video because I know I just dropped some knowledge and value up in here. Hey! Not gonna lie, I just got a little too excited, but I'm trying to be back and focus on this video right now with you guys. So if that is something that you are interested in learning how to do, I will be leaving a link down below in the description for you to either join the waitlist or for the guide to be officially launched. I'm not too sure when this video is going to be released, so that's why I don't want to say anything precisely right now, but the link will be down below in the description so you can get it, okay? I just want to end this video saying, like, girl, best believe that you are possible and capable of achieving so much in your life. Look at everything you've done up till now, whether that be getting good grades in high school, college, getting a promotion at your job, working even like a hustling job, like what, 50-60 hours a week. That requires discipline, that requires work, that requires genuine effort. Use that discipline, the skill, and other things of your life and implement it into yourself, into your fitness, into your eating habits, and I promise you, you're gonna see how much you're gonna blossom and you're gonna fall in love with the person that you are becoming. And that is my goal with this channel. I want to teach you guys everything that there is to know for you to become successful, become more ambitious, and truly just inspire and motivate you. Wow, I just felt something in my heart right now. I love making YouTube videos because I feel like I'm getting to talk to you. Even though I'm just talking to a camera inside my car parked in front of my house, I feel like I'm talking to someone right now, and I really hope that this video resonated with you. It's something that you needed to hear right now, and it's hopefully going to change your entire life, because I promise you from here on out, I'm just going to keep giving you so much more value in my videos to make sure that you are going to become the woman that you've always wanted to be and live a life that you always wanted. But I think we're done being emotional and serious. So if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm really trying to make this into my full-time thing right now and just put all my time and energy onto you beautiful, lovely ladies I love. Okay, you, the one that's watching right here. Yes, you. I'll talk to you later, hon. Hope you have a good one. See you in the next one. Bye.